Ministry News encapsulates current issues and developments across the federal ministries. Find out the latest. The federal government has formally reacted to complaints by the Nigeria Governors Forum about the contentious $418 million Paris Club reform, saying the governors' reservations are groundless. Attorney General of the Federation, Minister of Justice, Abubakar Malami, disclosed the government's position Thursday in Abuja during a media briefing on a wide range of issues at the State House, Abuja. The minister also disclosed that the ministry has secured no fewer than 1,000 convictions on terrorism within 18 months. He said within the period under review, the ministry had been involved in 312 cases, ranging from terrorism to maritime offenses, armed robbery, cybercrime, and kidnapping, among others.
When the claims were eventually processed and paid to the Governors Forum, they indeed on their own, without the intervention of the federal government, took steps to make part payment to the consultants, acknowledging their liability over same.
The Minister of Finance, Budget and National Planning, Zainab Ahmed, has said the federal government is on course to implement a new tariff hike on data and calls. According to her, this will start with the implementation of a 5% excise duty tax on all voice calls, SMS and data services, which is in addition to the existing 7.5% value-added tax, VAT, paid for goods and services across all sectors of the economy. The Minister's Special Advisor on Media and Communications, Yunusa Tanko Abdullahi, made the disclosure in a statement as a fallout of the stakeholders meeting organized by the Nigerian Communications Commission (NCC). The minister was represented by the Assistant Director, Tax Policy, Federal Ministry of Finance, Budget and Planning, Musa Umar, noted that the 5% excise duty has been in the Finance Act 2020 but has never been implemented. The Minister of Interior, Ogbeni Rauf Aregbesola, has dismissed reports of shortage of booklets as a challenge against adequate and timely issuance of the Nigerian passport, saying Lagos and Port Harcourt offices of the Nigerian Immigration Service alone had combined stock of 40,000 booklets. Aregbesola was in Rivers State for the rollout of the enhanced electronic passport and commissioning of the Passport Production Center in Port Harcourt, vowed to bring the weight of the law on racketeers within and outside the NIS, creating difficulties for applicants. He urged Rivers State Government and the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, to help identify the racketeers, even as he debunked rumors of booklets scarcity.
The passport you have to pay in terms of security is of the highest standard. No nation on this earth has a more secured passport than what Nigeria has.
The Minister of Works and Housing, Mr. Babatunde Fashola, has assured Nigerians that steps are being taken to provide a permanent solution to the perennial challenge of completing Section 4 of the East-West Road, measuring 15 kilometers from Onne Port Junction to Eleme Port Junction in Rivers State. The minister gave the assurance during a meeting with the Minister of Niger Delta Affairs, Umana Okon Umana, in his office at the ministry's headquarters in Mabuchi, Abuja. His assurance was based on the advice of directors of the Ministry of Works, who inspected the road last month and discovered that its cardinal problem is lack of drainage, of which the minister has decided that a permanent and holistic approach should be taken. The Minister of Transportation, Engineer Muazu Sambo, has inaugurated a new Nigerian Shippers Council governing board to enhance the growth of the sector for national development. Speaking during its inauguration recently in Abuja, Sambo tasked the new board to live up to the expectations of the government and promote prudence, transparency, accountability, equity, and fairness in its responsibilities. While reminding them of their statutory responsibilities, the ministry urged the new board members to work in line with the policy direction of the federal government and to engender harmonious working relationship with the management of the council. The Minister of Health, Dr. Osagi Ehanire, has said the federal government is ready to partner with any organization in a bid to upscale the entire value system of primary health care in Nigeria. Dr. Ehanire made this known when the Federal Ministry of Health played host to a delegation of Resolve to Save Lives (RTSL) on Thursday in Abuja. He, however, used the occasion to commend RTSL for what they have been able to do for the country over the years, particularly in the health sector in the area of prevention of epidemics and reduction of cardiovascular diseases. The Minister of Mines and Steel Development, architect Olamilekan Adegbite, Tuesday expressed optimism that the reconstituted National Steel Council raises hope of Nigeria becoming self-sufficient in steel production. The minister stated this during the inauguration of the council at the headquarters of the ministry in Abuja, which he described as a step in the right direction as it brings Nigeria closer to achieving self-sufficiency in steel production. According to Adegbite, the National Steel Act clearly makes adequate provisions for the establishment of the National Steel Council, which will be responsible for the central planning of the iron and steel industry.
The federal government on the establishment in Nigeria of additional iron and steel industry, especially on the private sector, and now we're the closing line just to press take, and Nigeria will emerge better, stronger, without any encumbrance.
The Minister of Education, Adamu, has tasked the technical colleges in the country to prioritize environmental and social safeguarding to enhance the effective implementation of the World Bank Assisted Innovation and Skills Acquisition Project in Nigeria. The minister gave this charge during a workshop on environmental and social safeguard securing and other preliminary activities for technical colleges, implementing innovation, development, and effectiveness in the requisition of skills project held in Abuja early August. He noted that environmental and social management was critical for effectiveness and sustainability of the project, in line with the Nigerian environmental policies and the World Bank's environmental and social policy. And finally, on ministry news, the first batch of Team Nigeria athletes to the just concluded Commonwealth Games in Birmingham has been given a heroic welcome by the federal government on their arrival after their successful outing, receiving the athletes and the officials at the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport in Abuja. The Minister of Youth and Sports Development, Sunday Dare, applauded the excellent performance of the team, which led to the harvest of 35 medals, lifting the country to the 7th position on the world record of sporting countries. Represented by the Permanent Secretary, Federal Minister of Youth and Sports Development, Alhaji Ismaila Abubakar, the minister expressed the joy of the entire country over their outstanding achievements, which was the first in the history of the nation.